Correcting errors. Let's now study more in depth in this section about four different errors that we have to fix and correct. First, missing data, filling in missing value with correct and estimated data. Second, deduplication, removing duplicate records to ensure each entry is unique. Error fixing, fixing inaccuracies such as typos and rogue data entries. And then data enrichment, enhancing data by adding additional information from external sources. So let's now take a look at each one of these four. Missing data. Missing data can be addressed through various methods depending on the nature and extent of the missing values. First, imputation. So if a data set, for example, of employees' salary is missing values for some employees, the missing salary could be filled with a median salary of the dataset to ensure that the imputed values are representative of the overall data. This is probably the most common one. Just to play it safe, we will just add the missing one with the average of all employees' salaries. Deletion. If a customer database has some record with missing contact detail, for example, and these records are relatively few and not that important, they might be deleted to avoid the inconvenience of incompleted data. Third one, prediction. In a sales dataset with missing sales figures, for example, machine learning model could predict and fill in these gaps based on other available data, such as historical sales trend and customer behavior. So how to implement the above? So as we discussed, mean or median imputation, replace missing data with the mean or median average. Regression imputation, use regression model to predict missing values based on other features. Or use the k nearest neighbors, the KNN. This methodology is looking at similar records to impute missing value based on approximately in feature space. The second error is data deduplication, which is involved identifying and removing duplicate records from a dataset to ensure uniqueness. As you can see here on the right side, you have many records, A's and C's and B's. Then at the end of the day, we just need one C, one B, one A. In a CRM system, for example, a customer named John Doe might have multiple entries due to a data entry errors. The deduplication would identify these duplicates and merge them into a single accurate record. Implementation, exact matching. So you compare record using exact matches on key field like customer ID and emails because these are very unique in most cases. You can use sort, you can use your visuals to highlight these duplicate rows and try to merge them in a very good quality one record, or you can use fuzzy matching algorithm to find records that are similar but not exactly the same, like John Doe and John with an H Doe. There's a lot of software that can help you out with this feature. Correcting error fixing, which involves identifying and fixing incorrect and misleading data entries. For example, if a product inventory dataset shows a price at -50 for an item, this is clearly an error because a price cannot be a minus. Error correction would involve fixing this entry to the correct price, perhaps by cross-referencing with another reliable source. In this case, how to implement it: manual review, correct obvious error through manual inspection or validation against known data. This is very time consuming. Or Automated rules implement rules that automatically correct common errors, changing, for example, negative prices to zero to start with. Data enrichment involves enhancing existing data by adding relevant information from external source. For example, you can enrich a customer database with demographic data from public records to gain insight into your customer profile. You can buy this. As you can see on the right side, the first step is to define your needs, evaluate your current data sets, and if you find a gap that you would like to fill, you can go to a third party and purchase a data set, of course, with permission. Keep on top of your data as a last step. So how to implement this one? External databases integrate data into from third-party sources like social media profile, for example, or demographic databases that you can buy. This is very temporary because eventually, over time, you still need to do this one. So the best is to use the API, which is a software or a link between systems directly to fetch the additional information in real time. So anything or any changes for your customer address, for example, you're buying this one from government, let's assume, from a official database, automatically it will be reflected into your CRM system without really have to go through the above at all, which is the best, but it's costly, of course.